Coming up on today's December Daily, I'm going to be talking all things West Ham versus Fulham as the Hammers take the trip to Craven Cottage a little bit later on for a mid-season friendly. I hope you are all well. Welcome back to today's December Daily. And it does look very much like December today. I'm not at home today, but I thought I'd come out and bring to you today's December Daily before I go in and have some grub in there. But yeah, snow is still around here, and we're hoping that the game is going to be on later on. You should think that the game is going to be on later on at Craven Cottage. The last mid-season friendly for West Ham, of course, as we are less than 10 days, we're 9 days now in fact, away from the resuming of the Premier League season, where we take on Arsenal at the Emirates on Boxing Day. But today, all we've got to think about is just fitness today, fitness, getting the players up to fitness again, up to some sort of, match readiness, and, the result, of course it matters, but it doesn't matter as much today. No, it's just about hopefully seeing some players do well. I don't know whether we're going to see the likes of Rice and Paqueta that went out of the World Cup about a week ago. I don't know whether they've taken a holiday or whether they're going to be involved tonight. But apart from those sort of players, of course, Agurd is still over there with Morocco, whether he's injured or not. But you should expect sort of the same similar lineup that we saw against Cambridge in that testimonial and the other friendlies we've had. I wouldn't expect anything much different than that, to be honest, and hopefully those players can prove themselves to David Moyes, whether they're first team or squad players or young players as well, who knows. But if you want to watch this match, you've got to pay the club a £5 for the match pass on the app, so make of that what you will. But all it's going to be is just getting the fitness up, and I should think this is going to be a little bit more competitive than the other games we've played in this in a sort of friendly season so far, because of course they are Premier League opponents, so you should expect a little bit more competitiveness there. Premier League opponents, Premier League versus Premier League, less than 10 days away from the Premier League resuming again, so there should be that little bit more of a bite there today as well. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know what team we're going to put out. And in terms of Fulham, I'm not sure if they've got any players left at the World Cup, but I shouldn't expect much less than a full strength side in them. Even if it's not, just expect the full strength side. Expect a difficult game, because they always do produce a difficult game. Fulham, we beat them earlier on in the season, but there was a couple of dodgy VAR decisions in there as well, and a lot of big teams have had difficulties beating Fulham. Man City being one of them, and Liverpool, I think, as well, and a couple of other big clubs have found it difficult to beat a side like Fulham, and they have done really, really well coming back up to the Premier League. They've proved a few people wrong. Marco Silva is a very, very good manager for them, and yeah, I wouldn't expect them to go down. I think they're a good enough side to stay up, to be honest, but who knows. But I mean, in the short term, in today's game, of course, I've got to say we're going to win, I'm going to say we're going to win. I'm going to go 3-2. I can see there being a few goals in this. Defensively, we haven't been fantastic in these friendlies. We've let in a few goals here and there, and we haven't looked overly solid at the back, so I think we'll concede another 2, but I can see a sort of Benrahma Antonio masterclass happening today, actually. Hopefully we can just find a spark again that we've been desperately after in the last few weeks, and the last few weeks of the Premier League season, finding a spark, getting a goal early in a game to go out there and look confident in the game, because we just don't at the moment. We're starting off so slowly and we're conceding goals early, and we've done that in a couple of the friendlies already. Two of the friendlies we've conceded early, Cambridge and the other one. We're conceding early in games, which is automatically putting us on that back foot, and we can't afford to do that in games in the Premier League. Today might be a bit different, but I still don't want to see us lacklustre at the start and really, really defensive and just poor in the first half, because football's a game of two halves and we need to be playing for both of them. But who knows what will happen. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial. I'm going to get out of the cold and go and have some breakfast. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you soon right here on the channel. This is today's December Daily, and that's it from me. Thank you very much, and bye bye.